a 3-point Sunday at Old Trafford. Manchester United 3, Nottingham Forest 2. In terms of like actual quality, there was barely any. I mean, the 3 goals were all well taken. You know, you look at especially Mateus Cunha's goal, but starting off with Luke Shaw's goal, falls up to Luke Shaw, first touch, hit. It's a good strike from Luke Shaw to put us 1-0 in front. Then they equalise. I mean, their goal to equalise is just, it's just poor, isn't it? It's just really poor. You know, ball comes in, Ahmad's too weak. Elliot Anderson puts a cross in, Morata's a good header. Not Morata. It was a baller, by the way, Morata. But he's a donkey. 1-1, and you're thinking, alright, it's the end of the season, but we need to get top 3. Yeah. And at 1-1, you're thinking, well, we've got to win the game. It's as simple as that. Yes, it doesn't matter. Yes, we've already assured top 4. They've already assured of Premier League safety, so they're not going to go down. We're getting top 4, which was the aim of this board. But it was all about this. Farewell, Casemiro. You know, he goes off the pitch and the whole ground stands up. The whole ground in that man's honour, who's been unbelievable for us. Yeah, he might not always perform, but he will leave everything on that football pitch, and he did again today. You know, flying tackles, getting to the ball, and then we scored the goal to make it 2-1. Now, I don't know what Gary Neville's on. I don't get how it's not a goal. You know, Brian Mbeumo clearly can't do anything about it. The ball it comes off Milenkovic, hits Mbeumo between his hand and his hip. There's nothing he can do. He can't move his hand out the way. You know, he's literally like 4 yards in front of it. It's actually impossible to move his hand in time. Falls to Cunha, who, look, he's my baller for a reason. Gosh, my fucking baller. He's my baller for a reason. Mateus Cunha, lovely finish, bottom corner, 2-1. Then we get the third. Again, I mean, the third goal, in my opinion, is overshadowed by Bruno getting the 20 assists. Look, I know personal accolades mean a lot in football, don't get me wrong. Bruno definitely was obviously having that in mind, but Brian Mbeumo finally scoring a goal. He's our player of the season. Brian Mbeumo, first 20 games, unreal. Last 17, abysmal. Now, is Brian Mbeumo actually good enough? Was that a purple patch? Who knows? And then they scored late on, Morgan Gibbs-White, 3-2. Doesn't mean anything, but 3-2 win. There's players in that team that desperately need to go. Agate, a garbage. Ahmad, sell. I'm fed up of defending him. I can't anymore. He's rubbish. No football IQ. No quality. But there we go. United 3, Nottingham Forest 2. There it is. There's the home season at Old Trafford wrapped up. On to Brighton next week. And then a massive, massive summer ahead.